Is the mafia still around? That's what I see under the comment section of anytime a news story comes out involving the mob or the Italian mafia, La Costa Nostra, as they like to be called, right? Like right now, you got the NBA gambling probe, you got the illegal poker ring, right? You got stories about celebrities' homes being used, I don't know, allegedly, right? And I see that. People say, hey, is the mob still around? Now, as someone who has an infatuation with European crimes and criminals, in the same way they have an infatuation with people that look like me that are criminals, you got to balance. You got to balance things out. I'm here to tell you that the mob is still around. I'm also here to tell you, be specific. It's the Russian mob, the Chinese triad, Jewish mob. I'm so serious. The Pol. Yes, yes. Anyway, well, they're still around, and I really want to drive this point home as someone that watches a lot of this stuff. Not only are they still around, I believe it's my inherent belief, okay, that they're moving around the way they always wanted to move around, okay, long before the days of John Gotti and the guys during the 80s and the 90s in the city of New York who loved to be flashy and would commit these hits that had the whole city and the country going, oh my God, the mob, the mafia. They really wanted to be silent about this then. They really wanted to move in such a way that was not so obvious, right? And there were criminals right under, your favorite deli basement or something like that, right? So what I see now, what I've noticed now, as I've watched all the movies, I've read all the books, I've looked at all the news article, is not only have they still kept it in the family, you've got these guys now becoming more sophisticated. Like for example, if you look at the NBA probe, and you also look at the illegal poker stuff, right? You're seeing some high tech stuff. Like for example, the NBA joint, they some of that they're using apps. They're using apps. They're getting inside information. Like okay, Terry Rozier not playing allegedly, right? Okay, we're gonna go ahead use the app, send runners around to place bets in different areas in person and on the app. And then the poker stuff gets really crazy. You're talking about X-ray. You're talking about rigged card shufflers. You're talking about contact lenses that can read through. Then the way the funds are now, they're heavy into crypto, right? So once you can have that type of I guess advanced white collar crime stuff going on because these boys getting hit with wire fraud. They getting hit. They saying they moving funds to offshore accounts, etc. You can be a little more low. That doesn't mean there isn't violence out there. There still is. But however, they've gotten wise enough. Start, you know what I'm saying? Don't wear nothing fancy. Keep it low. Keep the crimes a certain way. No violence is going to, have us on the news. You know what I'm saying? But a little bit of what do they say? What's that word? Anecdotal evidence here. I remember one time in Jersey, because most of the time, the mob, the Italian mafia, is New York based, but you got family in New Jersey, associates. About 10 years ago, I was driving, not gonna say which city, and kind of sort of cut this car off. Kind of sort of, because I don't feel like it was a full cut off, right? There was a driver in the front. Now in Jersey, you can't have tint all over, but you can have tint in the back. Now the back was tinted. I wasn't thinking much of it. So the driver in the front pulls up. I look at him. I'm with my mans, because what? So that's exactly what I said. What? What's up? He kind of looked like he could be something, but not much. He pulls up. So this is his car. This is my car. He pulls up a little bit, just sort of back with the tinted windows. All right, the back could be in front of me, and those windows came down, and I seen a older, sometimes stereotyping may save your life, an older gentleman with a black coat. You know what I'm saying, two younger gentlemen next to him who meant business, and the older gentleman with his like, accent, if you catch my drip, he's like, I'm not sure that's the problem you want here. Why don't you move it along? And I was like, I know a gangster when I see one. and I know a different type of gangster when I see one. And guess what I did? I moved it along, buddy. Anyway, yeah, the mob's still around, guys. I don't know where y'all be at, but they're around.